Hi Francis, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mike. How are you?
Things are good, as always. We've had a bit of technical fun getting used to this setup, but you've done very well. Are you computer literate?
I am, believe it or not.
Oh no, I don't believe that. I work and live on these things, and they still confound me. There's so many algorithm changes and new things coming in with all this tech. Keeping ahead of it all is a challenge. But you've very kindly, Francis, agreed to volunteer to have a hypnosis session, hypnotherapy, because you're in my group. So thank you so much. This is being recorded for Mr. GTV and also the Mike Body Spirit group. So where in the world are you, Francis?
East Anglia, Bury St Edmunds.
Lovely part of the world. And I can see the sun shining there. So have you got a nice day?
On and off. We've got sunshine and showers. It's almost like an April day, believe it or not.
Wonderful. So looking at my time here, it's 7 minutes to it's 7 minutes to 4 for you. So it's 7 minutes to 10 for me. It's evening for me. So I'm talking to you now, and then I've got another lady that I'm interviewing at 11:30 my time as well. So it's all happening. And the reason that I'm doing this, Francis, is I know it's going to benefit you, and we've talked about it. We'll talk in a minute, but it's to share how simple this process is, getting self-control and mental programming. And when you're mental programming, you know, when you control your own mindset, it changes your life. So we had a little conversation yesterday about what you wanted. So maybe just for our viewers, you can tell me what it is that you're looking for and possibly why.
I think the easiest way to explain it, Mike, is that as with, I would say, almost everyone, we all get stressed. The only trouble is with me, when I get stressed, I eat. And I know I don't need it, and I really should be actually going for a glass of water, but I don't. And it's not as if it's biscuits or cake or chocolate. I just eat. You know, I've got healthy stuff here. It's nuts, but you know, my heart and my hearts know that I kind of, it's not that it's wrong, but I could just do with a little bit of help or support or guidance, whatever you want to call it, even just for somebody to explain why.
I think one of the reasons why is because food doesn't judge you, and it's an instant gratification. And we're also, in our age group, my generation, we were rewarded by food. You know, if you eat all your dinner up, you can have your pudding at the end, and then you get a Christmas cake, and you've been a good boy, here's a lollipop, and we'll go to the sweet shop if you behave. And so we're conditioned to think that food is a reward, and because life is hard, we think we deserve it, and we associate it with being a good boy, a good girl, and I've earned this. And as I say, food doesn't judge, so you put it in your mouth and you just get that instant pleasure, that sugar rush or whatever it is that you get from it. It's also very satisfying. It's like putting a dummy in your mouth or sucking your thumb, and that's quite often why a lot of people smoke, or in the old days suck on a pipe. Putting something in your mouth, it's very tactile and pleasing. We are designed to like sucking and chewing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, but the thing is, when you overeat, there's the guilt that comes then, and then the lack of self-esteem, because the whole thing that's being presented to us is this zero dress size for women. And you know, you look at the men's magazines, and unless you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or somebody like that, you're made to feel less of a man. You know, so it's marketed at us that there is this fashionable shape, but you know, when you actually go into that marketing, a lot of those girls and men in those adverts are a lot younger than you and me. They haven't had to work hard at it, because we didn't when we were 16, 17 and 18, which is the average age of those models. And a lot of those even are airbrushed and modified and photoshopped. So we're being conned, really. You know, we're being massively conned. I was we had a chat a couple of days ago, and I said that, you know, to go into a weight loss programming, I have this process called WHY, which is WHY, which is weight, hypnosis, and you, and it's very much about you. I mean, there are some standard sort of generic processes for weight loss, which is exercise more, eat less, or eat within a specific food group, and how to eat, when to eat, and behaviors around food and eating. But you also said to me that, and that program would be quite bespoke.
Yes.
And we'd have to have some personal conversations, which I don't really want to do on a public forum. And I mean, we've sort of agreed that we're going to do that, you and me. But for the purpose of this, what I decided a couple of days ago for you was possibly doing something around self-control, which would also include self-control around eating.
Yes.
And self-discipline, because that would be a good starting place. And then it's not all about food, it can benefit other areas of your life. Do you feel that you are quite a disciplined lady? Are you somebody that can be quite strict with yourself, or?
Yeah, definitely. But it just takes that one thing to change the equilibrium, and, you know, it's, what can I eat?
Yes.
I can go weeks and weeks and everything is fine, and then it will take that one thing to tip the balance, and then I'll have a week of, what can I eat now?
Yeah, a lot of people are what I call unconscious eaters. Like, you can become an unconscious smoker, and if you are conscious whilst you are thinking about hunger or thinking about food, then you don't go down those roads of repeating what you've always done and finding yourself with a plate of pie and chips before you've realized that you're doing something you don't want. We're very quick to sort of like listen and pay attention to the signal, I'm hungry, but we're not necessarily very good at listening to the signal that I'm full. Do you overeat?
No, I don't think I do. I think what I do is I graze rather than overeat, and I can be quite lazy as well. You know, I want something now, so I'll go in the freezer and pull something out, and, you know, it's a microwave meal rather than actually all the nice veg and stuff that I've got in the fridge.
So there is, with the greatest respect, there's a sort of a laziness behind it. You go for the easy option.
Definitely. When I'm stressed. When I'm not stressed, then, you know, I'm very happy to cook. But it's I'm aware that it is the stress that.
Yeah. So your job is demanding, and so it's finding that time.
Yeah. I do actually only work part-time, but the stress comes from, if you like, an elderly neighbour,
right,
who you know has a call on my time. If I don't go over and see him, you know, he gets and the expectation of what he thinks not just me but other neighbours should do is quite difficult sometimes.
It's very interesting that you've said that. Probably one of the first programs that I ran in North Wales at the Trinity Centre on Lloyd Street was it was for carers.
Yeah.
Who put so much energy into caring for the patient or whoever they're attending to that they don't care for themselves too much, and they tend to put off. They become second place to the person who's got most attention. And I run this group, caring for the carers. You know, you've got to look after yourself, because if you let yourself go down, then you're no help to the person that you're caring for. And quite often, you know, a lot of these people were caring for terminally ill people, and what would happen is they put all their needs to one side and maybe spend a year or 2 or 3 years caring for this person end of life, And then unfortunately, when that person passes, the carer is in such poor condition that they come down with every ailment known to man.
I'm not this gentleman's carer. I'm a neighbour. He has no he has no family. But I'm you know, he says, "Oh, you look after me." I don't.
No.
I do what I want and what I can, but the expectations are sometimes more, and that's when the stress kicks in.
The thing is that you're a nice person, and I'm sure you give a lot more than you're probably admitting to, and you probably, it's on your mind as well, and that all plays in your psyche, and you've got to put yourself first, and you know that anyway, and that's hopefully what this program will do. You know, it's nobody loves you more than you should love yourself, and if you don't look after yourself, you can't help anybody else. You've got to be selfish, which is, unfortunately, we've been told is a bad thing, but actually it's a good thing, because it's putting yourself first, and then you can help other people more. Yeah, I'm going to address, and we are going to address, Francis, the weight issue and your control and behaviours around food and the way you feel about yourself using my Why program, and that's probably about a 3-month process. Okay. It's very, very simple. What I'd like to do today, because we haven't done it before, is see how you are with trance, see how you are with something very simple. And what I want to do is I want to install some self-esteem, self-discipline anchors, and I want to give you a ring of control, a ring of confidence, which I'll explain it that it's an anchor on your finger. You've got 4 fingers and 1 thumb, and you've got 2 hands, and that enables me to be able to give you different anchors. It's like pressing an app on your phone. So although we had a bit of fun, you know, you click on Skype and Skype works. If you clicked on Facebook, Facebook would work. If you clicked on your photo gallery, you get that. If you clicked on your music, you get that, you know. So that's how it works on a desktop. Well, this is your desktop basically. And what we're going to do is we're going to install between your thumb and first finger on your right hand an app. Okay. We're going to call that your ring of confidence, because it creates that OK sign, that ring, and it creates a synaptic connection from your brain with the file that we're going to install to this connection. And for 21 days, you're going to basically press this, and it will connect to this file that we're going to install in your mind subconsciously. What you find is that the first couple of times you use it, maybe even this evening or tomorrow, you know, it'll take a millisecond basically for it to work, that you connect and you get the feeling. But after 21 days, it'll happen so instantly in 1/600,000th of a second that you'll get the feeling back that we're creating the trance with this finger press, and actually your subconscious mind will take over the responsibility of finding that file for you, because it will like the feeling. So basically you won't even have to press the finger. That will just become something that's automatic for you. It's like learning to drive the car. At first it's hard work, you know, mirror signal maneuver, let the handbrake off, press the clutch, do this, do that, and you think I can never do this. But within a couple of weeks, you're doing it automatically without thinking. That's exactly what happens to this. So we're going to install something tonight. It's a self-control, self-confidence connection. Call it the ring of confidence, ring of control. It's linked to self-esteem and self-discipline and feeling worth it, so that you won't go for the quick food, the easy food, the fast food, the convenience. You'll go for something that's quality because you're worth it, a bit like the advert says, because I'm worth it, you know. And that will resonate, and that changes your behaviours. Well, it's the start of it anyway. And it's a good opportunity just to see how your mind responds to mental programming. And then you know, what day is it today? I think it's is it Wednesday? Yeah, weekend. We'll know how this is working, and we can get into some more specifics. But that will just be private between you and me, and you know. But for the purpose of this, it will be a good demonstration and a good opportunity to test yourself in trance and to see how reactive you are to these suggestions and to this programming. There is an IIC principle, which is IIC, is intelligence. You've got that. Imagination, you've got that. And concentration, you've got that. So you've ticked all the boxes. So this will work very, very well for you. Have you got any questions?
No, I don't think so. Not at the moment. I might do in about an hour's time when I kind of think, oh, Mike said this or Mike did that, but not at the moment, Mike.
Well, you know where I am. I'm always available to you. I've got a couple of questions. And the first question is, can you think of a time in your life when you felt on top of the world that you're prepared to share?
I think I feel that way all the time. It's good to be alive.
That's a lovely answer. I'll tell you the sort of things that I generally get as a response to that, or maybe from my own life. When my kids were born.
Yeah, that was.
You know, when I held my children, that was pretty epic. I'll tell you something else as well. I'll just tell you what's going on in the background. I've just spilt a bottle of water on my laptop. That didn't make me feel so good. So I'm just mopping that up as I'm talking, but we'll keep going. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yes. When both my boys were born, and I saw both my boys yesterday. They'll tell you they're not boys anymore, but they are still my boys.
They're always your children, aren't they? They're always your children. Yeah.
And I had a hug from both of them yesterday. So, you know, as they come in, I get a hug. As they leave, I get a hug. So
it's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'll tell you another moment that was really epic for me. When I passed my interview to become an AA patrol, when I passed my driving test, when I got my black belt. These are sort of like epic moments where I felt on top of the world. So apart from hugging your kids, what else is there in your life, Frances?
Okay, PhD completed. So I'm not Frances, I am Dr. Frances. So yeah, that was epic. And my first degree was, my master's was, it was an achievement, having lived my life with a sister saying that she was the beauty and I was the brains. You know, it still doesn't leave you feeling particularly good about yourself. What else?
So are you a medical doctor, Frances? Are you what?
I'm a psychologist, a head doctor.
Right. Okay. I didn't know that. So that no. And do you have your own practice? Do you?
No, I don't. I lecture at the university. I teach it.
So when did you actually get your doctorate?
Can't you see? Can you not see the big thesis behind me? 2000. I completed it in 2019.
2019. Wonderful.
2 years ago.
Wow, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that must have been an epic moment.
Yes, it was.
So that's Doctor of Psychology, yeah?
Yes.
So that's the, you did what I did, you wore the gown, you put the mortarboard on and you went and got your certificate.
Well, actually, no, because we've not been able to graduate since I gained my PhD. So yes, I did it for my bachelor's degree. Yes, I did it for my master's degree, but not for my PhD as yet. We're still waiting for the university, say July next year, and they're going to do graduations for 3 years. So it's going to be a 2-week graduation.
So how did you get your news? Was it just an email or through the post?
Oh, no. No, PhD is very different. First of all, you know, it's 100,000 words, so you know it's that thick. You have to sit. It's almost an exam, and you are examined by an internal examiner and an external examiner, and you are. Very few people actually go away with it being perfect first time, if you like. I had amendments to do. My external examiner wanted various bits and pieces added. He didn't think that I had included certain information, and so you know I went away and did it, and then yes, but you are told I was told face to face that
So when you were told face to face, you must have felt on top of the world.
Yeah, I mean, you're told at the end of your verbal examination that you've passed. However, they want these amendments. So, yeah. Oh, yes. It was nerve-wracking, but it was a good feeling.
Top feeling.
Yeah.
Excellent. We're going to use that. We're going to bottle that. We're going to connect that here, and then we can get that back here. If you had that feeling and the hook feeling and many other feelings that you can add to that file, and I'll teach you that as we go, that makes you feel really high self-esteem, high self-respect, high achiever. In that sort of moment, you don't tend to go for lower emotional options or lower physical options. You're in a VIP modality. You know what I mean? So that's a good starting point. So let's do that. So now I asked you before, but are all distractions away? Are you okay? Phones
yes,
off?
I'm okay. Phone, I don't know where. I don't know. My phone's plugged in somewhere. I will
disconnect that. And when you're ready, I'd like you to take your glasses off and just get comfortable in your chair for me.
I've got a light on, Mike. Do you want that off as well, or are you okay?
Oh, so if you're okay, I'm okay.
It was very dark at one point.
Oh, it's cool. That's good. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to either, whatever's most comfortable for you in a relaxed position, I either want you to stare at the top right or top left-hand corner of the screen, or you can put your head back if you want to do that and relax fully and look at the spot on the ceiling. What's the best way for you to be relaxed? Do you want to be erect like that, or do you want to put your head back and get comfortable?
No, this is fine, and I will stare top left. Top left.
Just stare at that without moving a muscle for me, Francis. And what I'm going to get you to do is take 3 breaths. These are actually called signal breaths. As the music kicks in, I want you to, staring at that spot, take a deep breath in and hold the breath. Just hold that breath and the tension will build in your chest as you hold the breath. And when the tension gets too much and you want to let the tension go, close your eyes, breathe out, and think the word relax. Just notice how you feel with your eyes closed. You've just given yourself a command to relax, and you're learning to give yourself commands now so that you follow your own command system. Quite often the body does its own thing. It feels hungry, and then you respond to it. So the body's the master and the mind's the slave. We need the mind to be the master and the body to be the slave. So this is good training. In a moment, I'm going to have you open your eyes and you're going to do exactly the same again. So open your eyes, stare at that corner of the screen and take your second deep breath in. Fill up your lungs with air as if you've got a balloon in your chest and you're inflating it. Feel the expanded balloon with the in-breath between your armpits, and when you want to let the air out of the balloon and let the tension go, close your eyes, breathe out, and think the word relax. You're doing great. Each time you tell yourself to relax, you're relaxing more and more. Just notice how good you feel, and then this third repetition will take you to the depth of trance that's perfect for affirmations. Open your eyes, concentrate on that spot on the screen, fill up your lungs with air, hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath, and then close your eyes, breathe out, think the word relax. And now that your eyes are closed, I'd like you to keep them closed until I tell you to open them. In a moment, we're going to use affirmations. Affirmations are self-hypnotic commands that I'm going to say to you, you. Now, when you hear you, you're going to turn that round in your mind and say I. You're not going to say it out loud. I'm going to say it out loud. But you're going to turn the you into an I. So when I say to you, you have the discipline to accomplish your goals, you just say, I have the discipline to accomplish my goals inside your head. Every time I say you convert that to I. We'll do it 3 times with each affirmation. And these affirmations will be communicated to every level of your body and mind. And they'll be accepted on every level of your body and mind. So as an automatic reflex action, on completion of this session, you'll act upon these affirmations on every level of your body and mind. So something that you thought was quite difficult becomes really easy. Now you're in the perfect state, but I want you to go a little bit deeper. What I'm going to do, I'm going to count down from 5 down to 1. And with every number that I say, every number that you hear, you're going to double your relaxation. 5. Just double that relaxation now and go deeper, Francis. 4. Deeper and deeper down. Almost like you're going down in a lift. And we're going to press the button 3 now, and you're going to double that relaxation and go down even more, just allowing the chair to support you perfectly. 3, that's right. Down to 2, and then down to the basement of your relaxation, 1. And from now until the end of the session, you'll allow yourself to relax more and more for your own good, as I talk directly to your subconscious mind where lasting changes can be made. Now you know that you can go deeper than this, but this is the perfect easy state, a flow state, an alpha state for affirmation programming. So these are your affirmations. You have the discipline to accomplish your goals. You have the discipline to accomplish your goals. You have the discipline to accomplish your goals around food, eating habits, eating healthy, eating quality at the right time, in the right amount. You do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. You do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. You do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. When you're tired, you do it right. When you've been helping other people, you still do what needs to be done. You eat healthy food. You graze. You eat tasty, nutritious food in the right amount at the right time. You don't overeat. You don't comfort eat. You remove all emotions around food. You eat only when your body needs food. And you have the discipline to accomplish this goal. You have the discipline to accomplish this goal. You have the discipline to accomplish this goal. You want to lose weight, feel great, look younger, be healthier, be fitter, be more agile, be in control. You do have the discipline to accomplish this goal. And you take the first step to make things happen now. You take the first step to make things happen now. You take the first step to make things happen now. Picture in your mind's eye, the person that you want to be. The perfect you. The perfect shape. The perfect weight. The perfect personality. You're going to move towards that. This isn't a dream. This is your reality. And you're going to take the first step to make things happen now. You are the master of your thoughts and actions. You are the master of your thoughts and actions. You are the master of your thoughts and actions. You resist all temptations and remain focused on your goal. You resist all temptations and remain focused on your goal. You resist all temptations and remain focused on your goal. Snacking is a thing of the past. Unhealthy food has got no appeal to you anymore. You no longer eat for any emotional needs. You eat to sustain your body. And when you're full, you simply stop eating. You just stop eating because you are disciplined and determined to accomplish this goal. You are disciplined and determined to accomplish this goal. You will lose weight. You will feel great, look great. And your subconscious mind now, whilst listening to me, is working out all sorts of options, how you can change your actions to lose weight and feel great. You have all the discipline you need. You are focused and you are persistent. You have all the discipline that you need. You are focused and you are persistent. You have all the discipline that you need. You are focused and you are persistent and you focus on losing weight and feeling great. This is a life-changing goal, and you control your behavior by using hypnosis. You control your behavior by using hypnosis, self-programming, programming yourself, because you feel great losing weight and you engage in the process, understanding that this will take time, but you have all the discipline you need. You are focused and you are persistent. You are in charge of your own outcomes. You are in charge of your own outcomes. You are in charge of your own outcomes, and you'll finish this task and consistently work towards this goal no matter how you feel. No matter how you feel, you'll finish this task. You will lose weight. You will feel great. You will eat far less, and you'll be satisfied far more on much less food, healthy food, energy-giving food, tasty food that you love and like. And you will drink plenty of water, fresh, clean, pure water, and consistently work every day with discipline towards your own goal. And you have all the resources that you need. You've proven that in the past. You have two wonderful boys. I want you now to connect together the finger and thumb on your right hand, the index finger and the thumb on your right hand, and make your ring of confidence. Make your ring of willpower. Make your ring of self-control. Make your ring of self-esteem, self-trust, self-liking, and self-discipline. And as you press together the finger and thumb on your right hand and make that ring of confidence, that ring of control, I want you to use your amazing imagination and see on the cinema screen of your mind the last time that you hugged your sons. Just get that feeling now. See it through your own eyes as if you're there. Feel it in your body as if you're there. Hear what you said. See what you saw. Hear their response. Feel the warmth, feel the energy, feel the love, feel the respect, feel the pleasure. And your subconscious mind now is programming yourself, connected to that finger and thumb anchor. Whenever in everyday life you need that lift, that boost, that extra inspiration, all you have to do is press together the finger and thumb on your right hand and make your ring of confidence, your ring of willpower, your ring of control. And instantly, as an automatic reflex action, you'll feel that good. You can have that hug feeling, that love feeling, that power feeling, that powerful sense of love, respect, that proud feeling at your fingertips. Each time you make your ring of confidence, it will work for you more quickly, more easily, and more deeply. You're becoming an in control, focused winner. Change that scene now and see yourself now in 2019. Another winner when you felt on top of the world getting your PhD. And how proud you were with all that hard work, all that literary study, all that psychology. Maybe even at the beginning of it, doubting yourself that maybe I can't do this. But you did it. You're a winner. And you won. And you got your doctorate. Just put yourself there in the past and see it through your own eyes as if you're there. Receiving that accolade that was so hard work for. So your efforts were rewarded. So well done. Own that. Feel like a winner and use that to win with your weight, with your life. Press together the finger and thumb again of your right hand and anchor that feeling. You have at your fingertips everything that you need to succeed. You don't just do well, you excel. From today, whenever you feel tempted to do the wrong thing in any area of your life, and specifically around food, you simply put together the tip of your thumb and your index finger and make your ring of confidence, make your ring of self-control, make your ring of willpower, self-trust, self-liking. And as an automatic reflex action, you'll get that winner programming. You'll feel that powerful, proud sense of love that you have around your past achievements and the love that you have for your sons and the love that they have for you. And all these suggestions have been communicated to every level of your body and mind. The visualizations and affirmations have been accepted on every level of your body and mind, and now as an automatic reflex action, you'll act upon them on every level of your body and mind. So something that you thought would be so difficult becomes ridiculously easy. But there's one last affirmation before I bring you back. And the affirmation is this: you breathe through all your difficult emotions. You breathe through all your difficult emotions. You breathe through all your difficult emotions. When you feel tempted to overeat, when you feel stressed, depressed, low, anxious, fearful, negative in any way, You take a deep breath in as you're going to do now, and you breathe positive in. And as you breathe out, you breathe negative out. Each time you breathe in, you breathe positive in. And each time you breathe out, you breathe negative out. You can breathe out fear. You can breathe out stress. You can breathe out tension. You can breathe out worry and fear. You can breathe out anxiety. And you can breathe out the need to eat. You don't need to eat. You can breathe and feel good. You can use your ring of confidence and feel on top of the world. And you can achieve anything that you put your mind to achieve. And this now is your new reality that you start from today. Now, no delay. You start today. This is the new you. This is no longer a dream. This is your new reality. This is the person that you're becoming. This is the person that you'll be. Feeling powerful, on top of the world, able to breathe through all emotions, no need to overeat. All desire to overeat can be breathed out and leave you feeling on top of the world, satisfied on far less food. And you do eat far less food. You drink water, you eat healthy, and you feel on top of the world. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you'll have your eyes wide open, you'll be wide awake, and you'll be ready to go. So 1, just bring your breathing back to normal. 2, feeling mentally perfect, focused on the goal. 3, emotionally balanced. 4, remembering the situation in the room before you went into trance. And 5, eyes wide open. Francis, eyes wide open, wide awake, wide awake. Just take a deep breath, stretch maybe, and just notice how good you feel. Give yourself a moment, Francis. Big moment. I think you were wonderful on cam, considering that you're being filmed, to get that level of relaxation. We've never done that before, so how was that for you?
Mike, the emotions were or the feelings that I was experiencing, almost like shivers down the back of my spine. You know, when you say, "Oh, I've seen a ghost,"
Yes.
and all the backs of my legs were cold, felt very cold, and I was aware that a couple of times I was kind of almost gulping in breath, like a big sigh type of thing. But it was just still so very calming.
I think you go so relaxed that your blood just goes to the core and your extremities almost don't exist. You get very much into your heart and very much into your head, and people get this desensitization, this tingling sensation, which means to me that you're like a deep level somnambulist, which you're a good visualizer. To get a psychology PhD, you're a bright mind and you followed that perfectly, and you're a good subject, so well done.
Not many people get told that, Mike. I have to say, it's not something I don't boast about it. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, how long have I known you, Francis? I mean, you know, not a lifelong friend, but we've been in and out of each other's company for different reasons for maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And you've never told, and I didn't know that.
No, and we were introduced by another friend, Lynn. Lynn doesn't know it. That's
interesting. Well, she will now.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, congratulations, wonderful. It's interesting that you hit 2 really powerful memories, which are called memes, and you've got them there now at your fingertips. Now, this is a new app that you've got installed. In the same way that we've mastered Skype to do this, next time you go on Skype, you'll do it so much easier because you've practiced tonight, and you've practiced through failure and learning. So you're going to have good days and bad days with this, but the concept will be good and bad, and your results will be excellent. What have you got? Is that your cat? Excellent. No problem at all. There's
push
no
the
reason
door
why you,
open.
there's no reason why you can't have a cat on your laptop. I've just spilt a bottle of water while I was. I've just mopped it all up. It all happens when you go live. Thankfully, there's no damage on me. But what I'm saying is that you now need to remember that you've got this app. And what I recommend that you do is you put like get some lipstick and put an X on your mirror where you do your makeup, or just have a post-it thing somewhere that says ring of confidence or ring of control. And remember, 21 days of doing this now, Francis, in all situations, not just around food. When you feel tired and you need that boost, when you need a hug from your sons, you've got it there.
This tingled.
Yes.
I was aware of this tingling, and
yes.
actually I didn't let go. And I think somewhere along the line you said to me, do it again, but I hadn't.
You hadn't actually let go.
Hadn't let go. I was just.
Well, that's cool.
They wasn't glued together, but it was definitely, there was some heat.
It liked it. It's an electrical connection. I mean, your hand movement, I was talking about this the other day, but your hand movement is electrical impulses. Yeah. It's an intention. This is an intention that's connected to a memory. And the first time that you actually go down that road of connecting that and getting the feeling, it's like an unmade road, but then it becomes like a paved road, and then it becomes like a dual carriageway, faster, and then for 21 days it becomes like a super highway. And what you'll find is it's not just that you'll find the memory quicker, the memory will find you. So the two things collapse. You'll get mega tingles, you get a major rush, and you'll get a high feeling. Now, what I'm going to say to you is this. I don't think I've ever said this on cam before, but it's something I teach all my clients. So this will be valuable to you and anybody that's listening who's gone through this process, maybe by listening to what I've said to you, even though it's bespoke for you. What I want you to do, Francis, is every night is, first of all, if you have trouble sleeping, you've heard how I got you into trance. You took three what we call signal breaths, focusing. If you're in your bed, you can look at the lamp and shade on the ceiling, or you can look at a corner of the room, or just choose an object. We call this an object of fascination. You stare at it constantly, you breathe in, hold the breath, tell yourself to relax, close your eyes and breathe out. You do that 3 times, and then you count yourself down from 5 to 1. I'll tell you what, you'll be nodding off before you get to 3.
Okay. I tend to have problems getting to sleep at the beginning of the night, but sometimes if I wake up at say 4 in the morning, then I'm wide awake, and as you said earlier, the whole head is filled with stuff, and I just want to go away.
Well, that's it. That's what you do. Don't say go away. Say go to sleep.
Yes. Yeah. No, but what's in my head?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah. Not criticism, just a bit of assistance. Now, the other thing that I want you to do is, when you get yourself into a perfect relaxed state, is at the end of every day now, I want you to add things to that ring of confidence. In other words, you've mentioned a couple of things that you're happy to discuss on film, but I'm sure there's other experiences in your life, and some maybe you wouldn't even share with me, a man, that made you feel on top of the world. So what I'm going to suggest is that all your accolades, all your triumphs in life, all your successes, I want you over the next 21 days to fill your file of personal high achievements and good feelings. So let's say it could be something simple, that you went out for lunch and had a wonderful coffee with a friend and a really edifying chat. Tonight, replay that in your mind and add it to the file by pressing the fingers and playing it and saying that's another one in the bank. And then tomorrow you might have a nice drive, or you might have a nice experience with your cat, or some great conversation, or a lovely film, or just something in your everyday life that makes you feel blissful and happy and powerful. Or maybe you have a situation that you resolve. Maybe it's a confrontation or a challenge, and you sort it out. Replay that, get the success feeling, and add it to your ring of confidence. And what I want you to do is do that for the next 21 days, so that for the next 21 days, you become a self-confident winner, anchored there. And at weekend, or when we get together next, Francis, we're going to specifically target some of the behaviours around food, and I'm going to give you some structure. But if you've got this mental programming in place, it'll be so easy. In fact, you probably know how to do it. It's just that you've actually now decided and you've got the mindset right.
I think also talking it through with someone helps, Mike, because, you know, we all have this lack of self-esteem, if you like, or lack of self-confidence, and we try and it doesn't work and you try again. But actually sharing that with you, I think, has also helped.
Thank you.
The fact that you and I have discussed it, and you know, it's to me it's a problem.
Yes.
And it's not one. I would never ever say anything like this to either of my boys, because they'll be saying, but mum, you're okay, it's fine. But yes. I know I can't get into that size 10 trousers, if you like. Yes.
Yes.
You know, I get told, no, you're not fat, but I won't say I'm fat, but I'm not where I want to be.
Well, are you offended by bad language?
I don't ever hear it, Mike.
Right, okay. Well, can you allow me to say something then that might resonate? And it's also for the listeners, because a lot of people say, I'm okay, I'm fine. And fine's not good enough. Fine is an anagram. It's
yes,
fucking incapable of normal emotions. And
oh, I know a different one to that.
Go on.
I'm trying to think. Fucked off. Can't think what the I is. Neurotic and emotional.
That's good. Fucked off, incapable, neurotic and emotional, something like that. Yeah, and I'm glad. Okay, so we've swapped two good ones. I've never heard that. I've never heard that one before either. It's really good. But my point is that we don't want to be okay. We want to feel amazing. People come to me and they go, I just want to cope, and I go, you don't really. Coping's quite a low level of existence. You want to fly. You want to be amazing. You know, coping's quite sad, really. But it's a good starting point. It's better than not coping.
Yes.
Now listen, Francis, for the duration of the we're 51 minutes in, and anybody viewing, I hope they've benefited from that. I can't thank you enough for being a really brave volunteer. You've excelled yourself. That's another experience that you never thought you'd be having in your life. Your sons will be proud of you for this if they ever get to watch it. And you've shared some secrets, which maybe I hope you don't regret. But I never realised you were so well, that you were a doctorate in a field that I studied in as well. So well done.
There's many more secrets to come, Mike.
Well, there you go. There you go. That interesting. Watch this space. I'll say good night, Francis. It is now 11 o'clock in Thailand. It's been wonderful. I'm going to upload this and get it onto the site. Can't thank you enough, and we'll speak again about moving forward. But I want you to do this for the next 21 days. This is your focus, and to build that confidence file with all your own life experiences and get yourself feeling like a winner. And when you've got that mindset, you'll achieve everything.
Great. Okay. Thanks.
Take care.
Mike. All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.